this is Kate from Cater Events and Marketing. I hope you're all well. I wanted to do a little video today to go through a template that I've just recently popped on my website. It's an event planning checklist, and I just wanted to talk you through to help you populate it if you're thinking about planning an event, or whether it's really just to, if you already have an event plan for next year, it's a way of kind of keeping yourself on track. Or if you've got a virtual event that you're planning at the moment, this should be really handy. So just going through the details on it, they sound obvious, the first few bits of detail. So they're kind of the event name, dates, timing, location, and format. But just to go back to date and timings for a moment, obviously that is something that you just need to think about in terms of the type of attendee that you want to attend, making sure it's convenient timings for them, making sure that doesn't clash with public holidays, or sometimes think about school holidays, and also think about what your competitors are doing. Often certain types of event happen at the same time of year, whether they be kind of summer fairs or award ceremonies, or client hospitality. They can often happen at the same time, so double check that. The other thing about location, obviously it needs to be convenient for your attendees. So you might need to think about parking, you might need to think about accommodation for them, you might need to think about whether it's near a train station, things like that. So bear those sorts of things in mind. Format, so obviously it depends. It could be a conference, it could be an award ceremony, it could be an away day for your staff, client hospitality at the races, or staff training. So that's what you need to populate there. So number one of my points to consider is, what's the purpose of the event? So this is just in brief, the event brief, as it were. So what's the purpose? Is it to educate and train maybe your staff? Is it to entertain customers, therefore help with customer retention? Is it to raise money for charity? Or is it really to help establish your brand as a market leader within your market, give you more kudos? So there can be lots of different reasons that you hold an event. Number two is, what do your attendees want? So that's really their purpose. Is it to network? Is it to be entertained? Is it a family day out? Or is it to learn something? But why will your attendees love your event? So that's a really important one, and one to give a bit of consideration to. So how are they going to feel when they come away from that event, or whilst they're at the event? Are they going to be amazed by the food? Are they going to come away with a fabulous goodie bag? Are they going to be really impressed by the quality of the speakers at the event? Are they going to be amazed by the scariest ride that they've ever been on at the event? How are they going to feel when they come away from it? So that's a really important thing, and something to give some time and attention to. So how are we different to other events, and what makes our event special? So that's really thinking about, the USP, I suppose, of the event. Is it the biggest event in the Northwest? Have we got the most exhibitors? Will there be lots of industry advice, expert advice on hand? Is it really great value? What is going to make it different to what your competitors are currently doing? So once we've given some thought to all of those aspects, there's another little box at the bottom. So you just need to populate that. So you need to think about who your target attendee is. So give as much thought to that as you can, really, in terms of what they kind of look like. So how old are they? Where do they shop? What do they eat? What do they watch? What do they read? What do they like? What don't they like? Are they a single mum? Are they a family of four? Are they a high net worth client earning 100k plus? So who is that target audience? And once we've thought about that, then it makes it much easier for to populate the next bit, which is how do we reach those people? So how do we reach that target customer? And you know, if we know who they are, then we can think about whether we reach them through social media, through an e-marketing campaign, through TV, radio campaign, newsletters, magazine advertising. So we've got a much better idea then. Okay, how do we measure success? So it could be simply that the people that you invite say yes, they'd like to come. So if it was your staff, or if it was your your top 20 clients, so you might just be happy that they're attending, because you know that then you're building relationships with them. But it might be that you're basing it on how many tickets you sell, or how much sponsorship you sell, or how much money you've raised for charity. So we need to think about all of our costs and all of our revenue streams. And we're just, at this stage, we're still just doing this in brief. Obviously, if you were to progress, you would do a full event P&L, and that's something that I could certainly help you with, and break down all of the costs and all of the income. But in brief, you would think about your biggest costs to start with, and they would typically be, the food, or the venue, or the gifts, or the hotel accommodation, or the speakers, or if it was an award ceremony, it might be judging costs. So think about all the biggies first. Paying staff, or paying somebody to run the event for you, and your advertising costs. So make a note of all the biggies first, have a really good think about that, and then think about the revenue streams. So typically they would be from ticket sales, from exhibitors, and from sponsorship, usually. So then we can work out whether the event's viable. And once you've populated all of this, gone through all of this checklist, you'll really be able to see whether or not, the event, whether it be an event or a virtual event, is going to be worthwhile doing, whether you're going to achieve the things that you've set out in your brief. So I hope that's been helpful. If you've got any questions, please do get in touch with me, either on email, or phone, or DM me. Take care. Bye for now.